Let's go, let's go, let's go! It's your man Mike Bowens coming to you live and direct again, coming to you with another episode of Unleashing the Creativity Within You. Speaking about the topic, speak your future into existence. Part 1, speak your future into existence. Do you know that everything you see around you started with first a thought and then words? Thoughts, then words. I want you to be careful, ladies and gentlemen, in what you are saying. You know, what you're saying to your children, what you're saying to your spouse, what you're saying about yourself. Because you will have what you say. I know some people, true story, whose parents told them from when they was kids, when we were kids, you're nothing, you're just like your father, he wasn't nothing, he's a loser, you're gonna be a loser. Matter of fact, you're a loser right now. A lot of people are still stuck mentally in that spot from when their mother said they was a loser, or when their father said they was a loser, or when their teacher said they was a loser. You gotta speak blessing over your own life. You gotta speak the best over your own life. You gotta speak favor over your own life. You gotta speak success over your own life. You gotta say I'm the head and I'm not the tail. You gotta say I'm a winner and not a loser. You gotta say I'm blessed and highly favored. You gotta say today's gonna be the best day of my life, and every day is gonna be the best day of my life. You gotta speak those things as not as though they were. What does that mean? That means you gotta speak what you wanna see happening in your life. You gotta act as if it exists already. I feel a bomb coming on. Do you feel me? Because when you speak things into existence, that means in the spiritual realm, whether you believe in that or not, the spiritual realm, it already exists. But it's waiting for you to catch a hold of it in your mind and in your heart to speak it out of your mouth, because your words are spirit, like we talked about in a previous episode, how your words create your economy. But speaking things into existence is your spirit catching on to the spiritual realm and manifesting itself. Woo-wee. That's why you see some people, they say, oh, it's just words, I'm just saying whatever. No, it's not. You ever been on an airplane and the person say, oh, they have a bomb? Excuse me, I don't know if I can say that on the internet. But if you ever heard a person say that everybody's freezing, everybody's panicking, because those things have happened before in the past, and guess what? You gotta react to something like that. You know, if a person say they're gonna do something bad or whatever, you know, threats or whatever, people have to respond to that, because people respond to words. That's why people feel some type of way when you say you're gonna be a millionaire and you're broke. You're gonna own your own company and you failed 10th grade. You may be on welfare right now. But when you start saying things that other people are not used to you saying, some people get offended by that, because they're used to the status quo. They're used to you staying where you were. But when you start to say something different, you gotta feel me. You gotta feel me. When you start to say something different, then you will start to see something different. I gotta come close up on the camera on that one. When you start to say something different, you will start to see something different. Woo! So when you start to say something different, you will see something different. I want you to get that in your mind. I should throw that in a rap. Woo! But you know, Jay-Z and them do that all the time. I remember when I first seen him years and years ago. I remember the year, because I was a freshman in high school, 1994, in Harlem at the Rucker Park. I remember him rapping. He used to rap fast, and I think he was rapping with some group called Original Flavor or something like that. And he was rapping. I was there. Puffy was there. He wasn't big yet, but he was there. Nobody even knew who they were. They just were starting to come up. 1994. Look it up. Research it. He's rapping. He used to rap fast. He was like, whatever he was saying. He was rapping fast. So anyway, what they did was they took pennies and threw it at him. Take that back to Brooklyn. Threw the pennies at him. Fast forward a few years later, he can't even walk to Rucker Park without them people bum rushing in. But what was he saying in his lyrics? I'm not all for what he got to say. But in terms of the things of him being fortunate and having the best life and having jets and Lexuses and all these type of things, he didn't have that back in those days, ladies and gentlemen. He didn't have those things. But he set it on wax. Do you get what I'm saying? He set it on wax. People wasn't like, oh, you don't have that, Jay-Z. You don't have that, Jigga Man. They just like the music. They like what he was saying. They like how he put the words together. But when he started to say it, it began to materialize in his life. Just like you may go to church and you may be feeling down and the preacher saying, you can make it. You can do better than where you are. You're going to come out of this situation. Ooh, you start to feel better because words are spirit. Those words are going into your spirit. Just like right now, I'm talking to you. You may be feeling some type of way. You may be feeling down and out, but I come to speak life into you. I come to say you can make it. I come to say you can do better than what you're doing right now. It may not look like you are, but you can, because if God is for you, who can be against you? And you got to develop your mind to speak things as not as though they were. Speak yourself walking in success. Speak yourself being healthy. Speak yourself opening your own business. Speak yourself owning your own home. Speak your marriage coming back together and being happy with your spouse. Speak life into your spouse. Speak life into your children. Speak life into yourself. Speak life into your wallet. You know, a good practice is just to hold your wallet up and speak to it. Money is going to be in you. I don't care. In the name of Jesus, money is going to be in you. It sounds crazy. But the people who operate in these principles are the ones who are thriving because they understand the power of words. Now, it's not just words alone. I'm not saying you just say things and sit down and do nothing. You know, Mike Bowens motivates. Come on, motivate me, Mike. Motivate me, Mike. You said all I got to do is say this and that, and then everything is going to happen for me. That's not what I'm saying. So it's a two-part deal. You can think and believe in your heart and speak. Listen, God did the same thing. When it was dark, he said, let there be light. In a situation that you may be going through, it could be dark. It could be the worst thing that you're ever going through in your life. But it's going to take courage. It's going to take faith to speak into the darkness and create the light. It's going to take courage to speak to your spouse when it seems like you're on the verge of divorce. It's going to take courage to speak to that situation and command it not to do what it is that you're saying it to do. Because your words have power and you can speak things deliberately into existence. See, we're not taught that, ladies and gentlemen. We taught that whatever we say is just words and I'm just expressing myself. Not so. Not so. From the beginning of time, words were carefully chosen. And what you say, be careful, ladies and gentlemen, because what you say, you shall have. What you say comes up in your life. And if you don't understand spiritual things, you won't understand natural things. You got to understand spiritual things to operate in natural things. That's why so many people are behind, because they don't understand how spiritual things operate. Like, you can't just say anything you want to say and don't think that what you're saying is not going to manifest itself, because that's the way God designed it. We are talking, walking spirits. You're in a body, but you have a spirit, and your words are spirit. Even if you're into science or whatever like that, NASA confirmed that words, they can track it through, what is it, sonic waves? They can track it that words never leave the atmosphere. They can see into the atmosphere through the sonic waves, the words that you say out your mouth, the energy that it never leaves the atmosphere. So you think that you're saying things and it leaves your life, but it doesn't. It manifests somehow. It manifests somehow. So instead of saying you are the worst, instead of saying that things are going bad, say that things are getting better for you. Every day things are getting better for you. That's how I say about myself. You may call it cocky. Don't do that. Don't think about it like that. Think about it like this. You got to say the best about yourself. Who else is going to say the best about you other than you? You got to start saying good things about yourself. Start saying, I'm blessed. I'm highly favored. Today's going to be the best day of my life. I walk in favor. I walk in abundance. New opportunities are coming my way. Everything I touch is blessed. Call me the Midas touch man. Everything I touch is blessed. You start looking at yourself different. A good tactic in this is going to the mirror, looking at yourself and say, I love myself. I love you. I love you some me. I love me some you. Go to your mirror and talk to yourself. Nobody else may say these things to you but yourself. But you got to say it to yourself. And even if you start saying it and at first you don't believe it, keep saying it until you believe it. Because when you believe it, then it starts to manifest itself. It might not happen overnight, but it is going to manifest itself somehow, some way. So you can speak things into existence. Sometimes I just stand by my window, close my eyes, and just start imagining and just start talking, just start saying. I'm traveling the world. I'm going to Bahamas. I'm going to the whole Caribbean. I'm going on a whole Caribbean tour. I'm going to speak in Jamaica. I'm going to speak in Bahamas. I'm going to speak in Aruba. I'm going to speak in Turks and Caicos. I'm going to speak even in London, even in Italy, Paris, France. I'm going to Africa. I'm going to the motherland. I'm going to Chicago. I'm going to Los Angeles. How about you? What are you saying about yourself? Don't worry about what I'm saying about myself. You got to think about what you're saying about yourself. What are you saying about your spouse? What are you saying about your children? What are you saying about your health? What are you saying about your life? You got to say what you want to see and not just what you're seeing. This is Mike Bowens with Unleashing the Creativity Within You, and I'm signing off. Be back and tune in for the next episode. God bless.
Just so infectious, take us through trials just to bless us. My message, sure to encourage the world. Little boys and girls, our future leaders, doctors, preachers, and teachers can do all things through Jesus. Continue to pray and work harder than hard. Don't put your trust in man, but put your trust in God now. Can I rock with you? We're unstoppable. Cause with the Lord, all things are possible. All things are possible. All things are possible. Hooky play's gonna work for you, and your smart's gonna work for you. Keep following God, and His blessings gonna fall on you. If you can train your mind to believe it, then you can train your mind to achieve it, then you can train your mind to receive it. That the sky's the limit. You can be what you wanna be when you're ready to be it. Just look in your eyes, don't you see it? Now, can I rock with you? We're unstoppable, 'cause with the Lord all things are possible.